Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. We're going back to the Rainbow Teeth in Rainbow Project 2018 box tonight. And tonight we are going for this one. It's the only solo entry in the box this year. Now, I was under the impression, rightly or wrongly so, that it was a collaboration project. Only in this case, the blue is not. Like I say, all the other colours had a US and a UK based brewery involved in that particular beer. And blue is all on its Todd. And the beer in question is this one, Lapis Lazuli from Beavertown. Well, look at it. It's a stunning bottle. I love it. There's many things I love about this bottle. The fact that it's inspired by ancient Egypt is one. The fact that the colours just... The shape resembles a local landmark of a bottle kiln here in Stoke-on-Trent. And let me tell you about what is inside the bottle. It's a sour red ale with grapes aged in terracotta amphora and wine barrels. And interestingly, it does actually tell you what hops are in here. It tells you they're aged fuggles. And there's a few other odds and sods in here as well. It's aged for 8 months, it tells you. And it tells you the titratable acidity is 13.77 GL. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know what that means. I suspect it's going to be sour. It's a 375ml bottle and it weighs in at 8.2%, and this here bottle contains 3.1 UK units of alcohol, so it's quite a lot in comparison to some. Now, it does also mention on here its vintage August 2018, and interestingly it mentions something about an aging potential, and it says aging potential 2 years. Well, I can't wait 2 years to drink it. I want to drink it now. And I'm sure if I'd got my hands on another Rainbow Project box, I probably would age it for up to 2 years just to see if it's any better, and then perhaps do another video then. But anyway, I haven't got another box, so therefore I can't do that. So we're going to drink it now. There's not a lot more I can tell you about it, other than it is a Beavertown brew, and it's called Lapis Lazuli. Inside the Rainbow Project box you get a little booklet, and it tells you all about what's gone on this particular brew. And I'm just going to read you a little bit of the inspiration behind this beer, because it spoke to me on its name and its inspiration. It says, what was the inspiration behind this year's Rainbow release? Well, we're fans of wine, including orange wine, and always wanted to try the opportunity producing amphora aged beer. Whilst researching this, we came across a lot of articles about the use of ceramics in ancient Egypt for the production and storage of beer, which played a hugely important role in their daily life. Coupled with this is the fact that Egypt was one of the first societies to synthesize the colour blue, leading to it being a key colour in their art. So we decided to do an ancient Egyptian inspired beer aged in a mixture of amphora and barrels. The name Lapis Lazuli, or Lapis Lazuli should I say, is a precious stone used in the funeral mask of Tutankhamun. These ancient ales often involved multiple grains as well as fruits and spices. We put together a complex grist including teff grains, an historic North African grain, as well as barley and wheat. For fruit, we used Pinot Noir grape must from the 40 Hall vineyards in North London. The beer was then fermented with a sour mix featuring a range of wild yeasts and bacteria, simulating the cultures that would be prevalent in the pre-20th century beer production. The beer was then aged in amphora and red wine barrels on Pinot Noir grape skins for 8 months. Now, if that doesn't get you excited about the potential flavours of this beer, I really don't know what would. And I know Beavertown have kind of come in for a bit of a rough time lately, for wanting to expand their business in the way that they have. And I'm not going to hold that against them. Anyone who's in business is going to want to progress and see their business thrive and grow beyond the opportunities that were already afforded to them. So we're going to put that issue completely to one side today. We're going to concentrate on what actually matters, and that is the quality of the beer. And on first glance, the bottle looks fantastic, does it not? So we have high hopes, and the description suggests that it should taste really rather special. And of course we're going to pour into the Rainbow Project glass. And for that moment, we're not going to wait much longer. We're going to crack open the bottle. In fact, right now, this very second, and pour. Now, one thing I've noticed about all these sours, they have a little punt in the bottom of the bottle. I assume to deal with the pressure. But I quite like the little bottle top on this. I don't know if you can, in fact, here, let's come closer. Look at that. There you go. So, let's pour Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli. Look at that. There is red. It's a reddy amber colour. It's a rather remarkable looking brew. I like the look of it. It is a strong colour. It's not pale. It's not dark. It's a light mahogany, if anything. As for the aromas, there is a sour edge. There's that citric sour. There is... It does smell acidic, I've got to say. It does smell acidic. I'm not getting a huge amount of anything in particular, but it doesn't matter what it smells like. It's what it tastes like, because one of the other Rainbow Project beers did smell particularly unpleasant, but tasted really rather nice. And I'm hoping that on this night of fireworks outside, we get some really nice fireworks on the inside as well. So, ladies and gents, bottoms up. That is tart. And it's sweet. You can get the red wine. I get it. It's sharp. There's almost like that raspberry-esque flavour going on in the background. The sweetness from the grapes is there at the end. You get the sharp tartness up front, and that as it fades, you get that kind of red wine-esque, that grapey, dry sweetness going on, and that's pleasant. I like that. That's the beer in the bottle. It doesn't look like it would come out that bottle, really, does it? I know it's kind of a strange thing to say, but they don't. It doesn't look like it come out of there. Anyway. Now, I like Fuggles hops. They're prevalent in a lot of my favourite beers, traditional English bitters and whatnot. And I wouldn't have imagined them being in a sour beer. But I guess that's the whole point of this project. It is to experiment and to do things different. And I like what I've got here. I know a lot of people have slated Beavertown recently. But if you're one of those people, try this. If you can get your hands on it outside of the rainbow box. It's really rather good. It's sharp, sour, with those grapes and raspberry type flavours going on. And that little bit of bitterness from the Fuggles works really rather well. And I'm glad I like it, because the bottle promised much. I did not want to be disappointed. I thought to myself, it would be an utter shame if it didn't live up to that design, but it does. It really does. That is a very pleasant sour indeed. And it's an interesting colour. Like I say, that light mahogany that offers a bit of a clue as to the flavour profile within. It's very pleasant indeed. And I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of this quite slowly, maybe with a bowl of nuts. I don't know yet. All I know is I'm going to enjoy it. And I suppose we need to come to a bit of a conclusion. I draw two conclusions when thinking about a beer. The first one is, would I buy it again? And this one, absolutely, hand on heart, yes, I would buy Lapis Lazuli from Beavertown again. I would. I like it. It's a sour with that red grape flavour that offers that dry sweetness. Pleasant, very pleasant indeed. As for a score, well, sours are not my most commonly drunk beer, nor are they my favourite style of beer. However, I have an appreciation for them, and they are very nice to have on occasion, just to break up the monotony of your IPAs and your bitters that seem to be prevalent in my drinking repertoire. So yes, this is good, but what would I rate it? Well, going by Untappd ratings, excuse me, anywhere between 0 and 5. Anything above a 3 I would buy again. That is pretty much my default, but how much above 3? 5 is I would replace my blood with it. 4 is as good as a bacon sarnie in the morning. Is this as good as a bacon sarnie in the morning? Does it have that same kind of release of serotonin type moment that would offer? I think it does. I think it does. I think this is worth a good 4 out of 5 on the Untappd rating, and yeah, it's deserved. It's a good solid effort. It's a sour with those sweet flavours that I like from some beers. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Beavertown Lapis Lazuli from the Rainbow Project Box 2018. I have been Nick, and I will see you again soon. Bye.